Hi, everybody. Hey, good to be back here with you again. And we've got the Yankees against the Athletics, game one of the doubleheader here on May 15th, 1949. See if the Yankees can hold on to first place where they've been losing. Athletics are at 13-12. Yankees are at 16-7, but New York has lost three in a row. Gene Woodling takes a strike and then a ball from Dick Fowler. 1-1 the count now on him. And this is the chopper. It's a little ground ball over to Fox. Snelly's got it over at second, throws to first for the out, one away. Here's Phil Rizzuto. There's a ball outside. 1-0 the count on the scooter, and there's one low. It's 2-0 now on Rizzuto. There's a little ground ball down to first. Fain's got that, runs over to the bag, and hits it for the out. Two away. Tommy Henrik now takes a ball. And there's another ball off the plate. It's 2-0 on Henrik. That's a breaking ball high, 3-0 now. There's a little fly ball over there to center field. Chapman runs over after that one and makes what they're calling an incredible catch. Long run for Chapman, and he makes an incredible catch. I would certainly, I don't know about you guys, but I would really like to see some more information about just what it is that makes this catch incredible. Anyway, we've talked about this sort of thing before, and sometimes here in Diamond Mine Baseball, the play-by-play is not really all that descriptive. I mean, how many times can you have an incredible catch in a long run if he's not diving? Right? I'm not sure what else he would have done. Tommy Byrne now here pitching for the Yankees against Eddie Juiced, and Juiced takes a high strike. Swinging and missing the second one is 0-2 now in Eddie. There's ball 1 into him, 1-2 the count. There's a little pop foul. It's just out of play, still 1-2. He hits one deep to center field, and it's Cliff Mapes running back there, grabbing that one for the first out. And here is Hank Majewski. That is high to Majewski, 1-0 the count. And there's a pitch that misses outside. It's 2-0. A little ground ball over to either Henrik or Byrne, and it ends up being Byrne who tries to field that one, and it's off of his glove, and that's going to be an error, allowing Majewski to get aboard. That'll bring up Elmer Vallo. Elmer up there takes a strike. 0-1 the count now. Runner on at first base, one away. There's a fastball on the outside edge for a strike. It's 0-2, and that's a ball high. 1-2 the count. There's a little fly ball over to center field. Mapes has it for the out, two away. That'll bring up Wally Moses. And there's a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Moses, and there's another strike on him that was called a strike anyway. 1-2 now the count on Moses, and that one misses. It's 2-2. And that one misses high. Full count now on Moses, and he takes strike 3, and we go to the top of the second. Here will be Cliff Mapes. Mapes takes the ball. Mapes hitting 323. 2-0 now the count on Mapes. We love Mapes. We've done some research on him as it's 2-1 now. There's a little comebacker over to Fowler, and it almost gets by him, but not quite. Dick makes the play, throws to first for the first out, and here's Jerry Coleman. Hits one over to center field, and that one will drop in front of Chapman for a base hit. And that'll bring up Hank Bauer here. Runner on at first base. That's hit deep to center field. Chapman goes back for that one and grabs it for the second out. And here is Yogi Berra. It's a change-up high to Berra. 1-0 the count. 0-1, I'm sorry. 1-1 now. And there's one hit over to left field. Vallo's got that one for the out. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Very, very quiet game so far. Here is Ferris Fain. And Ferris Fain takes a ball. And another ball, 2-0 the count on him. And there's another one off the plate. It's 3-0. And he takes all the way there. And he's taking a stroll down to first base now. And that brings up Sam Chapman with the runner on at first. I think we're going to let Chapman just swing away, and we do. And he hits the first pitch he sees over to Gene Woodling, left field. Little quiet fly ball for the first out. That'll bring up Nellie Fox. Fox up there takes a changeup that's wide. 1-0 the count. And there's another one away. 2-0 now. This one fouled straight back. It's 2-1 now on Nelly, and he swings and misses a one. It's 2-2. 2-2, the count remains. And that's a little below. Full count now on Nelly Fox. And there's a ball 4 that's called on him, and there are runners now on first and second. That'll bring up Joe Astroth. And I'm looking, of course, to see, do we bunt with him or do we go ahead and swing away? He seems to be hitting fairly well as of late. Let's just let him swing away and see what happens. And there's one looped over to short center field, and that one drops in for a base hit. We're not going to have the runner score, though. Everybody's going to hold. That's what happens when you give him a chance, and that'll bring up Dick Fowler. He's hitting 450. Look at that. 20 at-bats. And fouls one off. 0-1 the count now on Fowler, and there's a ball to him. It's 1-1. And there's one inside, 2-1 now on Fowler, and that's hit over to center field. And Fain does not decide to score after Mapes makes the catch, and he will stay at third base. Now there's 2 away here for Eddie Juiced. And let's see what can happen here. There's a ball high and inside to Juiced. 1-0 the count. That one's high again. It's 2-0 now on Eddie. And there's ball 3 as that one misses high. Let's see if Tommy will walk in the run, and he does. There's ball 4 tight, and that will make it a 1-0 ball game. That brings up Hank Majewski now, 1-0 Athletics here, bottom of the second inning. And there's a pitch inside on the corner for a strike. It's 0-1 now on Majewski, and there's one hit over to left center field, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. That will score 2-3, actually, and that makes it a 4-0 game. Tommy Byrne, playing with fire, has gotten burned. And here's Elmer Valo takes a ball, and there's a little liner over to left field, and that's another base hit. Majewski's going to try to score, see if Woodling can throw him out. And the play at the plate, he is thrown out, and that's a good throw by Woodling, and that brings us to the top of the third. 4 runs, though, for the Athletics in the bottom of the second. Here comes Bill Johnson, who takes a strike. Johnson, not much of a hitter, the third baseman. 1-1 now the count on Bill. And there's a fastball inside. It's 2-1 now on Johnson. And that's inside as well. 3-1 is the count. And that misses just a little bit outside, and then he walks. That'll bring up Tommy Byrne. There's a ball low. 1-0 the count now on Byrne. There's a little sacrifice over to the right side, and it's Fowler who has it. He can't quite tag Byrne out, ends up throwing to first for the out. Johnson moves up to second. There's one away, and here's Gene Woodling, who takes a strike. 0-1 the count on him, and there's another one the outside corner. It's 0-2. And boy, oh boy, that one hits him. He gets hit by the pitch, and that gives us a little bit of a rain delay. Right as soon as he takes his base, that was a 40-minute rain delay. So now here's Phil Rizzuto, still top of the third. Runners on at first and second. Rizzuto takes a strike and then a ball. 1-1 the count on the scooter. There's a little foul ball dribbled away. It's 1-2 on Rizzuto, and there's strike 3 that Rizzuto just watches go by him. 2 away, and here's Tommy Henrich, who takes a strike. And a ball. 1-1 now the count on Tommy. 2-1 now. His own missed high. And that's a little bit high. 3-1 now the count on Henrich. And he hits a high pop-up that's just out of play. Full count now on Henrich. And there's ball 4 on him, and that'll load the bases up here for Cliff Mapes. Mapes now takes one low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 2-0 now, as that one was too far inside, and that one's way inside. 3-0 the count. And there's a strike to Mapes. 3-1 now the count. He pops that one up to left field. Valo has that one for the out, and we go to the bottom of the third. Still 4-0 Athletics. That'll bring up Wally Moses. Moses with a swing and a miss on the first pitch, and takes the ball afterwards. 1-1 the count now on Wally. 2-1 as that one missed, and swing and a miss on that one. 2-2 is the count. It's fouled back. It remains 2-2. There's a pitch that's low, and that's going to be a ball. Full count now on Moses, and he watches strike 3 go by, and down he goes. Here's Ferris Fain. There's a fastball high to Fain, 1-0 the count. There's a fastball in there again for a strike, 1-1. Fouls the next one away. It's 1-2 on Fain, and there's a ball high and away. 2-2 pitches there, and Byrne is able to strike him out as well. So Byrne now has 3 strikeouts against his 3 walks, and he starts off Sam Chapman with 2 straight balls. And there's ball 3 as that one was high, 3-0 pitch, and that's in the first strike. It's 3-1 now on Chapman. And that's fouled away. Full count now on Sam Chapman, and that one's high and inside, and he walks, and so that'll bring up Nellie Fox. Byrne has had a lot of strikeouts, a lot of walks so far. He's trying to do it all himself. And there's a strike to Fox, 1-1 the count on him, and there's a fastball inside, 2-1 now the count on Fox. There's a sinker outside, and it's a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that one's low, and Fox was taking all the way. Now there are runners on at first and second for the Athletics, and I tell you, the Achilles heel of the Yankees 1949 is these walks. The amount of walks this team gives up is crazy. Astroth up there takes a ball, and then another ball high, 2-0 the count on him. There's ball 3 below the knees, and he'll be taking on this one, and that's low and away for ball 4. That's been, like 8 straight balls by Tommy Byrne. And that'll bring up Dick Fowler with the bases loaded, all because of walks, and there's a ball 1 to Fowler. There is a strike finally on the inside corner, and that was close to being a ball. That one's fouled over to the left, to the right side, behind first base, just out of play. And Fowler then swings and misses a 1 in the dirt, and he goes down swinging. We go to the top of the 4th. Jerry Coleman up there takes the ball. 1-0 the count on Coleman, and there's another ball to him. It's 2-0. That one's popped up just out of play. 2-1 the count now on Jerry. And there's ball 3 down in the dirt, 3-1 the count, and there's ball 4. And so Fowler now has walked 3, and here comes the rain again. 50 minutes is the delay, and Tommy Byrne's going to have to come out of this game. That's one of those features of Diamond Mine Baseball if you weren't aware of it. So we've had now 90 minutes of rain delay. I wonder how many people are left watching this. This is the first game of a doubleheader. 1-2 the count on Hank Bauer. 2-2 as he takes another one. That's fouled back. Still 2-2 on Bauer. That one's up and too high. Full count now on Hank. And there's a ground ball over the left side. Juiced has it. Flips over to Fox for 1, then on to Fain at first for the double play. That's a patented Philadelphia Athletics double play. Yogi Berra then hits a fly ball over to center field, and that one is going to be right at Chapman for the third out. And here at the bottom of the 4th, it's Allie Reynolds who comes in relief. Reynolds almost had the starting assignment for this game. He pitches against Eddie Juiced and throws a strike to him. Then there's a ground ball by Juiced over to Rizzuto at short and makes the play and throws over to first for the out. Majewski follows him up with another ground ball over to Rizzuto. He makes the play and throws to first, 2 away. And here's Elmer Valo, who has a 2-0 count on him quickly. And fouls one off. It's 2-1 now on Valo. There was one that's fouled back. 2-2 is now the count on Elmer, and that's off the outside edge. Full count now on him. It's fouled away. Still full count on Elmer Vallo, and that's fouled away again. And so the battle continues. There's a little ground ball over to Jerry Coleman. Throws over to first for the out. We go to the top of the fifth. Bill Johnson up there fouls one back. 0-1 the count on him. 1-1 is that one missed. There's a little high fly ball over to center field. Chapman's got that one for the first out. One away. Here's Allie Reynolds, and he takes the ball. 1-0 the count on Reynolds. It's fouled back. It's 1-1 on him. And that one is a second ball in there. 2-1 now the count on Reynolds. And there's one in there for a strike. It's 2-2. That's hit over to left field. Just high, far, and foul. Just foul down the line. Reynolds then takes the ball. Full count on him. And there's ball 4 going in there. And so Fowler ends up losing him. 4th walk given up by Fowler today. And Woodling, all he does is line one straight at Nellie Fox, who makes the grab in midair for the second out. Here's Phil Rizzuto. There's a ball up there high to Rizzuto, and another one that just misses. 2-0 the count now on Rizzuto. There's a pitch in the outside corner for a strike, 2-1, and there's a fastball high. 3-1 is the count on Rizzuto, who fouls one back. It's a full count on him now. There's a little liner behind first base, and that one ends up falling just foul. That would have been a lot of trouble with Moses coming over as hard as he could, and not in a great position for it. Full count, next pitch, and that's ball 4 to Phil Rizzuto. That'll bring up Tommy Henrich. Runners on at first and second, and Henrich takes one inside, and there's one way inside, 2-0 the count. Then a fastball is in there, 2-1. That one's high and outside, 3-1 now the count, and there's one belted down the right field line, and it's going to be Vallo going in there. That's got to be the left field line, and he goes over and makes the catch. This is what I hate here, right along the left field line. Yeah, thanks. You're going to confuse me. Bottom of the 5th inning, and Wally Moses up there against Allie Reynolds takes 2 straight balls and then hits one straight over to right center field. Mapes has it for the first out. Here's Ferris Fain, who takes the ball. 1-0 the count. And there's one off the plate. It's 2-0 on Fain, and there's a strike in there with the knees. 2-1. That's low and away. 3-1 now the count on him. Fouled away. It's a full count. And there's ball 4, and Reynolds is feeling pretty upset as he's given up his first walk. That'll bring up Sam Chapman. Still 4-0 ball game. Chapman takes a strike and then hits a ground ball down to Rizzuto. Rizzuto over to Coleman and then on to first to Henrich for the double play. We go to the top of the 6th, still 4-0. Cliff Mapes up there leading off, takes the ball and fouls one off. 1-1 now the count. And there's one hit down the left field line for the first out. One away. Here's Jerry Coleman. And Coleman will lay off the fastball for a ball. And then there's another ball high, 2-0 the count now on Coleman. And there's another one outside, 3-0. And there's ball 4. 6 walks now by Fowler today. And here is Hank Bauer, the runner on at first. 1-1 now the count on Bauer. And there's a little bouncer up the middle. And that will get off of Nellie Fox's glove and up into the outfield for a base hit. That puts runners on at first and second base. And here is Yogi Berra. Berra up there takes a strike, 0-1 the count. And a ball. 1-1 now the count on Yogi, and that's fouled behind the plate. 1-2. It's fouled back again. Still 1-2 the count. And there's another foul ball. 1-2. The count remains. And 2-2 as that was a ball. There's a little ground ball down to Juice. Juiced over to Fox for 1, then on to first for the double play. Another double play for the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-0 Philadelphia. Nellie Fox comes up there, takes a strike, and then a ball. 1-1 the count on Fox. There's another pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-2, and that's way inside. 2-2 is the count now on Nelly. And that one misses inside. It's a full count on him, and he hits one over the left center field, and that's a base hit for Fox, and that'll bring up Joe Astruth. And only the 4th hit of the game for the Athletics as Astruth takes the strike, and then a ball, 1-1 the count. It's been the walks that have destroyed the Yankees. 1-2 is the count now on Joe. And 2-2 is they wasted a pitch on the pitch out, and there's a breaking ball that misses poorly. Full count. Astruth fouls one back. And there's a swing and a miss, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That brings up Dick Fowler. Fowler 0 for 2 today, but still hitting over 400. And he gets a base hit in the left field. That's what happens when you don't bunt. We're going to have Fox play it safe at second, and that's the 5th hit of the game for the Athletics. So Fowler now is 1 for 3 today. Not too bad. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Eddie Juiced up there now takes 2 straight balls. The count on him 2-0. There's a strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Fastball missed, 3-1 now the count. And there's one down and low, and that's ball 4, and that will load the bases here for Hank Majeski. So those bases on balls, there's a little pop-up by Majeski. He hits that one over to the left side, and Johnson's there to make the catch for the second out. That'll bring up Elmer Vallo. Majeski first ball swinging. There's a ball there to Elmer, and another one low. 2-0 the count on him. There's one in the outside corner. It's 2-1 now on Elmer. It's up high, full count, or 3-1 count on him now, and Reynolds misses the target, and that has walked in another run. It is 5-0 Athletics. And here's Wally Moses with the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 1 already in for Philadelphia. There's a strike to Moses. Swings and misses the next one, 0-2 the count. That's fouled back. It remains 0-2. Let's head over to right center field, and it's going to be Mapes making the catch when we go to the top of the 7th. And here is Bill Johnson. And Johnson takes the ball. 0-1 the count now on him. There was a little bit of interesting play-by-play here I want to make sure that I grab onto, because this is over here at Shibe Park, where indeed the highest press box in the entire game is located. And that gives you a little idea of some of the color that goes on here. I've always liked, and I know I've said this before in earlier videos, I always like this type of play-by-play because it's interesting. It's different. Other games don't do it. 1-1 the count now on Johnson as he fouls one away, and it's 2-1 as that one misses inside. That's fouled straight back. 2-2 is the count on him now. And there's ball 3 that bounces in the dirt. Full count now on Johnson, and he hits one over to right center field. It's going to be a base hit in front of Moses. And so Johnson finds himself perched on first base, and here's Ellie Reynolds, who bunts one foul, and then takes the ball. 1-1 the count on Reynolds. And that's inside. 2-1 now the count on him. And that's bunted in the air, and Fowler's able to run off the mound and grab that one before it hits the ground for the first out. Here is Gene Woodling now, 1 out, top of the 7th. It's a little fly ball over to left field. Vallo's there for the out, 2 away, and it's Phil Rizzuto takes a ball outside. There's one hit well over to center field for the third out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Ferris Fain. Fain up there for the Athletics takes a ball, and another ball off the inside edge, 2-0 the count. There's one bounced up the middle. Coleman has it, throws over to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Sam Chapman, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, and fastball high and tight. 1-1 the count now on Chapman, and that slider hangs up. 2-1, 3-1 as another one misses, and there's strike 2 on him. Full count now on Chapman, and he swung and missed a ball 4 and struck out. Second strikeout for Reynolds. Nellie Fox up there now takes a strike and takes the ball high. 1-1 the count. That's 2-1 as that was low and away. There's 1-2 high. 3-1 now the count on Fox, and that's fouled. Full count now on Nelly. Hits a little fly ball over to Cliff Mapes in center field, and that will do it. We go to the top of the 8th inning, and here's Tommy Henrich, who quickly hits a ground ball down to Eddie Juiced, who makes the play at short, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Cliff Mapes, who takes the ball, and there's another ball inside, 2-0 the count. And there's one foul back to the backstop. It's 2-1 now on Mapes. And there's a little ground ball right in front of the plate. It's actually come back to Fowler. He throws to first for the out, 2 away. And here's Jerry Coleman. Coleman takes a strike. 0-1 is the count on him. And there's a ball in the dirt. 1-1 now on Jerry. And there's a fly ball over to right field. Moses has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Joe Astruth, 5-0 Athletics. They haven't hit the ball a lot, but they've hit it well enough, and they've taken advantage of those walks. 0-2 the count on Joe. 1-2 now. And that's inside. 2-2 is the count on him. And that's in too close. Full count now on Joe Astruth. It's a little ground ball over to Rizzuto at short, who makes the play and throws to first for the out, 1 away. And here is Dick Fowler, and the crowd stands and applauds. So he takes the ball and then hits one up the middle for a base hit. He is 2 for 4 today. He's been hitting well. Eddie Juiced up there now with a runner on at first. Takes the ball, 1-0 the count, and that one misses low. It's 2-0 now on Juiced. There's a strike in the inside corner, 2-1 the count now on Eddie. And the count remains 2-1. Don't know why they're paying attention to Fowler. We're not doing anything with him. That's way outside for ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count. There's the fastball in there for a strike. Full count now on Eddie. And the count remains full as he fouls one back. And there is a curveball in there for strike 3, 2 away. And here is Hank Majeski. Runner still on first base. There's a hanging slider up and in. 1-0 the count now on Majeski. And there's a strike to him. 1-1 the count. That breaking ball was high. 2-1 now. And that one was low. 3-1 the count. And there's a little breaking ball hit up in the air to center field. Mapes has that one for the out, and we go to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be Hank Bauer here for the Yankees, who takes the ball. 1-0 the count on him. There is a strike. It's 1-1 on Bauer. There's one foul back. 1-2 the count now on Bauer, and he swings and misses on that one. Fowler got him for the first out. That'll bring up Yogi Berra. Berra now takes the ball. 1-0 the count, and fouls one back. 1-1. And there's a change up just high, 2-1 now. There's a little pop-up out of play. 2-2 is the count on Berra. That's lifted up in the air and out of play. Remains 2-2. And there's a ground ball over to Eddie Juiced. He makes the play and throws to first for the out, 2 away. And Bill Johnson is the last hope for the Yankees. He's going to hit for himself. and he hits a little ground ball over to Nellie Fox the second, who makes the play and throws to first for the out. There's your ball game. The Athletics win this one 5-0, and the Yankees have a 4-game losing streak, and officially right now are no longer in first place. Let's see how they do tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.